Good morning, everybody. Got another acquisition to show you. I bought not one, but two K-Series. Now, let me be clear. I didn't wake up this morning planning to buy two different K-Series. However, when I went to go get this one, I heard back about this one because I was buying both of these off Marketplace. And this is a legitimate RBB3 K24A from Japan, which is the one that I really wanted. It's not probably the best one to make a bunch of boost on stock, but this was like the best head that came on this engine essentially. So I really wanted this one. The only real difference in these two right here is that this one has 10.5 to 1 compression. This one has 11 to 1 compression. This one came out of a 2004, I believe, Acura TSX Type S, whereas this one over here only came in a 2008, I believe, Honda Odyssey minivan in Japan. So this one is quite a rarity. They're becoming more available today because those cars are getting scrapped out, but back in the day this used to be an extremely hard to find motor and a hard to find head. I was going to buy this one either way because at the time I wasn't sure if this was an actual RBB3 or was it a different one. I wasn't willing to order one off the internet. I mean, I was going to if I had to, but I really lucked out finding this one local and very, very, very cheap. So it was almost at a point where I would have been a fool not to purchase it, because if I need any more parts for this one, I would have spent more than what I paid for this entire engine. This one came out of a running vehicle. So this one I know for sure runs as it sits, which is why it's going to make the perfect candidate to go in the MR-2 Spider over there and get boost. And at the same time, I can be building this one up to handle some more power. So this one's fully assembled. It has a belt, everything. I mean, it's just a lot of these little parts that you don't really think about that will $30 and $50 you to death. This one has all the any type of sensors and fittings and all this stuff. This one is essentially whole. It's even got this part of the wiring harness, not an intact harness, obviously it has been cut, but it has this part of the harness, which is the part that I wouldn't have if I do choose to go the route of essentially depinning the entire harness on the car, making it fit this engine with these connectors, and then buying a connector to make it fit whatever ECU I purchase, or a K Pro, something of that nature. So I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to pony up and buy the proper harness for it. It's kind of pricey. It's about $900, but that's every wire I would need. Whereas otherwise, even if I make my own, I'm going to have to buy $250, $300 worth of stuff to make it. I got to have a $150 charge harness. So we're really only talking about saving a couple $100, and I don't know if, I mean, I know one day it'd be right, but I might be chasing problems for just weeks on end, and I don't really know if I want to do that. So I think for that reason, I'm just going to go ahead and buy the pre-made harness and go that route. I also was buying this one because it came with this K24 transmission. The swap kit that I want to use actually is all based around the RSX Type S engine and transmission, but I didn't want to use a K20, nor did I want to spend more for one, and I certainly don't want to use the 6-speed Type S transmission. It's a close ratio 6-speed. I'm trying to go drag racing. I want a long ratio 5-speed, which is exactly what this is. So even if I do have to resort to using one of those cases, I now have the gear stack that I want. I can put into the other case. The only reason this one won't work isn't because of the axles or anything like that. It's because of the mounting location. So I'm hoping I can just make a mount that will work with my mount kit. We're gonna find out here pretty soon, because as soon as I get that engine out of that car, I'll have the mount kit on the way and we can start mocking stuff up. This one also came with the other style post mount, which I'm not sure if this is the right post mount or if I'll need a third style of post mount. But this one looks a lot closer to right than this one, which is a different type of setup. So one of these two I'm hoping will work with my mount kit. If not, the correct one's only about 40 bucks, so it's not too bad. But I do know that this transmission, I can put the wave track that fits a K-series transmission will fit this one. The spacing is the same, everything's all the same, so that I can use this transmission if I can find a way to mount it. And if for some reason I can't, I can use the stack out of it in a $350 case and have the transmission that I want with the mounting locations. Like I said, the only things that I really need now, other than wiring to be able to make all this work, is when you do one of these, you have to replace this drive-by-wire throttle body. As you can see, I have to put a mechanical throttle body on it. I don't like drive-by-wire anyway, so that's not a downside for me. I'll be happy to do that. I also have to get a charge harness. I do not have one. Now, like I said, that would be included in that $800 wiring, so I may just do that, but I don't know. We'll see. But just want to get you up to date and let you know that I am making some more progress. I told you we'd have weekly update videos, and this is the one for this week. I got a whole pile of parts I'm about to make space for, get off this trailer, and then hopefully within another few weeks I can have the engine out of that car and we can start to mock things up. I'm probably going to use this one for the mock-up just because it's so much more bare. It'll be easier. And then when I actually get everything to where it will mount up, then we'll swap over and put this one in the car. So I might even run it on this one for a little while, just NA, and then when I swap to turbo, we'll go to this one. Because this is the one that's going to get the new oil pump and all first, I'm pretty sure. But we'll just have to see. Have to see how it comes along. But I also got the keys for the door, and it does fit the lock cylinder, so now I don't have to worry about any of that mess. I can just put my standalone ECU on it and it will work through the key, which is really nice. So that's a big plus. I think that's about it. No real updates other than that so far. It's only been 7 days, but we're making good progress, real good progress. I guess that's about all for today. Y'all have a wonderful evening. We will see y'all soon.